Today I bring you breathtaking news for Celestial Hearts. The future of one of Manchester City's biggest stars may be about to change completely. Yes, we're talking about Jack Grealish, the ace who arrived with a record investment status for the impressive sum of $119.7 million, maybe on borrowed time at the Etihad. The January transfer window is approaching, and rumors suggest that the board is open to hearing offers for one of the most iconic players in our squad. Now imagine this, Grealish, who earns around $300,000 a week, contemplating leaving the club. A decision that could impact everyone, both on and off the pitch. What is leading Grealish to consider this change? Everything points to a strong motive, the desire for more playing time, a plea from someone who lives and breathes football in all its intensity. And you fans, do you agree? Do you think Grealish deserves more space? Share your opinions in the comments. If you're enjoying the content and want to keep up with everything coming your way, make sure to check if you're subscribed to the channel. That way you won't miss any updates and will always be in the loop for the upcoming videos. Oh, and before we dive into more twists regarding this potential change of scenery, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Only then will you stay informed about every detail of this story of passion, choice, and destiny following each step of this January saga. What makes this possible exit even more intriguing is the growing interest from major clubs across Europe, including Aston Villa, his former team. For some, a return to one's roots is almost an irresistible calling. But would Grealish take that step, or will City be willing to part with such a talent? Moreover, with a contract running until 2027, his departure would not be simple or cheap. Unless, of course, the club sees this transaction as an opportunity for significant financial return. Behind the scenes at City, the new sporting director, Hugo Viana, is already keeping a keen eye. He and his team are evaluating all possibilities for replacements. Among the names being considered to succeed Grealish, one stands out, Florian Vers. This young talent from Bayer Leverkusen, with his impressive precision and attacking skills, has been catching the club's eye for some time, a name that for many could shape the future of City. However, don't be misled. The competition will be fierce. Other European giants are also interested in Wirtz, making this transfer battle even more intense. Will City be willing to shell out around $110 million for him? A steep price, yes, but it could be decisive in keeping the team at the top of European competitions. And you, do you think Wirtz could fill Grealish's shoes? Share your thoughts. Additionally, there's another piece in this puzzle. Bayer Leverkusen has a particular interest in one of our players, goalkeeper Stephan Ortega. Ortega has been shining in his performances, and the Germans see him as an excellent addition to their squad. This could open doors for a mutually beneficial negotiation. Just imagine, Ortega heading to Germany and, in return, Wirtz landing in Manchester. But is it worth it? Back to Grealish. Some say City should never let go of such talent. But how do you manage a high-value player who desires more playing time? It's a decision that involves more than just numbers. It's about the impact this choice will have on the team and the fans. What would you do, supporters? Would you keep Grealish or would you pursue a new promise? Meanwhile, City is preparing for a January window that promises to be electrifying, with endless possibilities. Just think of what Wirtz could add to our attack. His talent on the field alongside our great stars. The question, however, remains, will City really bid farewell to Grealish, or will he continue donning the blue shirt he has come to love? If this transfer occurs, the impact will be immense, marking a new era for the club. What's at stake here, citizens, is much more than a simple change in the squad. We're talking about a potential new chapter in the history of Manchester City. The name Grealish is synonymous with technique and passion on the pitch. Since his arrival at the Etihad, he has brought with him the flair and ability of someone who knows how to decide important matches. And with the record investment made in him, everyone expected him to become a cornerstone in building an even stronger team. But it seems the ambitions of the player and the plans of the club may be on a collision course. For a player like Grealish, who has a contract secured until 2027, seeking a new club now is a bold move, but one that could be directly linked to his thirst for prominence. Even with his $300,000 weekly salary and the prestige he enjoys at City, the English star is not satisfied. For him, every minute on the bench is a wasted minute, a testament that for some, what matters most is being on the pitch, with the ball rolling. Does this desire for more game time justify a potential exit? The club's decision, should they choose to negotiate Grealish, is laden with significance. We're talking about an athlete who has already proven himself on the pitch, but also represents a substantial financial asset. Selling Grealish would not only free up space for new signings, but could also bolster City's finances. And in an era where financial balance is essential to remain competitive, perhaps the board sees this exit as an opportunity. Do you supporters see it the same way? Would that be the right choice? Now, let's envision Florian Vers, a young player with refined technique and a rare attacking instinct. He not only possesses the talent to attack, but also knows how to orchestrate plays, bringing a dynamic to the team reminiscent of established stars. City is prepared to invest a hefty sum to secure his arrival because they know Wirtz could be a central piece in their future. He's an emerging talent, someone who could transform our midfield and possibly create a new identity for the attacking sector. However, as previously mentioned, the competition for Wirtz is fierce. Major clubs across Europe are closely monitoring the young talent, waiting for an opportunity to make a tempting offer. City, therefore, needs to be quick and decisive if they want to secure this German gem. Do you think Wirtz is the missing piece to further strengthen the team? Share your predictions and opinions in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. The situation becomes even more intriguing with Bayer Leverkusen's interest in Ortega, our goalkeeper who has been impressing with solid saves and remarkable security. Ortega could be the key to facilitate negotiations with Leverkusen, paving the way for a beneficial exchange. Imagine this scenario. Ortega transfers to Germany, freeing up space in the squad and allowing funds originally allocated for a goalkeeper to be redirected towards a new midfielder. But is City willing to part ways with Ortega? At the same time, this negotiation could be just what the club needs to enable Wirtz's arrival without straining the finances. Ortega in Germany, Wirtz in Manchester. How would the fans feel about seeing one of Germany's top talents in the squad, but at the cost of losing an emerging goalkeeper? Share your thoughts, as this decision won't be easy for anyone. From an emotional standpoint, Grealish is already woven into the fabric of City. He embodies the pride and tenacity that every player carries when donning the shirt. For many supporters, seeing Grealish leave would feel like losing a part of the club's recent history. Yet football is about cycles. Is it time to close the chapter on Grealish at City? For Guardiola, Grealish's presence has always been more than tactical. It involves trust and a partnership that has brought about great moments. Replacing this key player with someone like Wirtz would be a bold move, but perhaps it aligns with a long-term strategy. Guardiola is renowned for developing talent and shaping young players into extraordinary athletes. Could Wirtz be the next prodigy under the Spanish manager's guidance? But would he be ready to take on such a significant role? Once again, time is of the essence. January is approaching, bringing with it the pressure to finalize the squad. Every decision made in the upcoming transfer window could profoundly affect the club's future. If Grealish departs, City will lose an emblematic player, but could gain new opportunities with Wirtz. How might this impact team cohesion and chemistry on the pitch? Meanwhile, the fan base is divided. Some argue that Grealish should stay, that he still has much to offer the team. Others believe it's time for renewal, to create space for new names that can forge their own legacy at City. The truth is that the passion for the club makes these decisions felt intensely by every supporter. Grealish's exit isn't just a transfer market move. It's a matter of heart and identity. And for you, who have followed along, what would you do? What are your thoughts on this trade that promises to shake the foundations of European football? Now, imagine the impact this move would have on City's squad. Every player would feel Grealish's absence, not just for what he brings on the pitch, but for the energy and leadership he represents behind the scenes. It's inevitable that a departure of this magnitude would rearrange team dynamics, creating space for new leaders while also requiring adaptation. Is City ready for this? With Wirtz's arrival, on the other hand, a new era could begin. Florian is known for his tactical intelligence, agility in attacking plays, and the ability to make a difference in decisive matches. He could bring a different versatility to the midfield, a way of thinking about the game that complements the agile, attacking style Guardiola values. Would this be a new piece for a new chapter? For those who think this transition would be difficult, it's worth remembering, Manchester City has always been a club that reinvents itself. There's no doubt that losing a talent like Grealish is a blow, but the club has shown its strength by seeking solutions that go beyond the obvious. Perhaps Wirtz is one of those seemingly risky solutions that could transform the team. Who believes in this young prodigy's potential? As negotiations heat up, every supporter is on edge, waiting to see what decisions will be made. Is the club willing to part with Ortega to facilitate this trade? And if Wirtz does arrive, will he be the player the fans expect? Someone capable of shouldering the weight of that shirt? The upcoming transfer window transforms into a field of possibilities and uncertainties. What is clear is that every decision made will have a significant impact on Manchester City in the coming years. Seeing Grealish leave might be painful, but it could also signal the beginning of something grand and new. And you, citizen, are you ready to see City rewrite its history? Finally, the question that lingers. Will we see the blue of Manchester shining with a new star in January, or will Grealish continue to be part of this team that has brought so much joy? Every detail of this decision will be crucial, and here on the channel we'll be following everything closely. Leave your opinion in the comments, subscribe to stay updated on all the news, and get ready, because this January promises to be unforgettable.